Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adenike Olapunle. I'm also known as the Set Nurse. Yeah. Okay, so let me first apologize to people who are watching this channel but they are not nurses. I know you are probably wondering that is this channel basically for nurses, because all you have seen me talk about is just about nurses. I'm really sorry about that. This is just because I want to share the light that I got to my colleagues. This channel is not just for nurses, it's for every single person. Yes, I'm just sharing the light with my colleagues. I want to be able to help them to move from where they are to where they desire to be. So if I have your permission, I will dive right into the topic of today, which is to answer one of the questions that is currently flooding my DM every single day, which is, how can I pass my Ielts? How can I pass my CBT? How did you do it? If you like to know more, just keep watching. Let's talk about Ielts. There are 4 parts, as you may know: the speaking, the listening, the reading, and the listening. Okay, and the writing. Sorry. So when people ask me, how did you pass your Ielts? How did you do your writing? How did you do your reading? I mean, I scored 8.0 in my first Ielts in my reading, and it was really fantastic. It was just the writing that fucked me up. Okay. So the first thing I'll be talking about is the speaking aspect of it. When it comes to speaking, just know something about everything. I know you probably have heard this before, but the truth is that don't try to speak phonetic. Don't try to imitate them. Don't try to talk like someone you watch in a video. Don't try to talk like somebody that or the person talking to you or your examiner. Don't try to talk like them. Just be yourself. Be yourself and be vocal. Don't let your become too much. By the time you are doing that's what can make them think that does this person know how to speak at all? So once they ask you question, if you cannot hear the question at first, tell them to come back again so that you don't misinterpret the question. Because if you talk out of context as well, all in the name of just to keep on talking, if you talk out of context, they are going to say, yeah, you don't understand what's a simple sentence. That's what it will mean to them. So make sure you know the correct question so that you can answer it correctly as well. Just be present. Don't try to speak phonetic that you are not born to speak. Just be yourself. Be present. Read about anything. During my time, I was asked shoe, bags, weather, the seasons that I like. What is my reason for buying shoes? Is it about the price or the comfort, or do you get? So, or fashion, like just try and read about anything and everything and know something about so many things. Okay, that's for speaking. And when it comes to listening, this is the time that you have to bring your mind, bring your spirit, soul, and body to align, because they're going to be talking really fast at some point. If you are not present, if your mind is not present, you are going to miss out the answer. Okay, so I'm assuming that you have seen these questions before, you have seen a sample before. If not, just try and go to ieltsonline.com. You will see, I'll put the link, you will see practice questions there, because I had access to the practice questions, so I was able to practice listening. I'll be doing it as the speaker is speaking. I'll be taking my answer. So in the exam, just like that's how it is in the exam. You sit, you listen, and you take your answer. If you miss any answer that you have not been able to take and the speaker is still speaking, just don't focus on it. Move on to the next thing, because if you try to bring it back, you can't pause it. So it is pre-recorded, you can't pause it. Just make sure you are flowing. If you miss anything, go back to the next, go forward to the next thing. Don't try to think too much on the one you have missed, because it can affect other ones, and that's how people miss their listening. So just be present. It is not the time to think about what your wife, your husband, your girlfriend or your boyfriend or somebody that you fought with. That's not the time to think about them. So be at your best. Bring your mind, your spirit, soul, and body together. Okay? And when it comes to reading, it was my colleague that actually gave me this technique, and it worked. Yeah. So, Dr. Maurice, if you are watching this, kudos to you. You gave me this technique, and it is working. Yes, it worked for me. It worked for some of my friends that have done it. Don't start the reading on the first paragraph, or the first passage rather. Don't start it from the first passage. The first passage is very simple, straight to the point. You don't have to think too much. However, the last paragraph, the last passage, if you don't dedicate so much time to it, you are not likely to do it under 5 minutes. Assuming you are writing, you have answered the first paragraph, the second paragraph, and the first passage, the second passage, and you are on the third passage, and they said you look at the clock and you see that you have only 5 minutes left. I'm telling you, you are not likely to finish your reading, because it is logical. The number 3 passage is highly logical. You need to be able to think and read in between and scan and skim to get the answer to the last passage. So for me, I went to the first Ielts I did, I went to the last passage. I started from there. So when they said 5 minutes more, I was on the first passage, which was really simple. So I just did scanning on that first passage, and I was able to do it. I got 8.0 in my first one, and I also got 8.0 in my second one for my reading. So start from the last passage. Start from the last passage. Try as much as possible to give 20 minutes to it. Give 20 minutes to it. You're going to have 60 minutes in total. So try as much as possible to give 20 minutes to each passage. However, if you have to spend more time on it, let it be that you finish everything and then you now come back to it. Okay? And what else? So many people, even when they pass their writing, when they pass their listening, speaking, reading, that writing seems to be so much impossible. Well, it can be. What I did after seeing my first result was to subscribe for a correction service, because my colleague was marking my colleagues, 2 of them, they were helping me to mark my writing whenever I do it, but it was really not they did well to the best of their ability, but they just give me random correction which I was unable to comprehend, because they are just talking from their own point of views. When I bought the correction service from Ielts blog, I'm going to put their link under the description, so try as much as possible to see it. Okay, so I bought the correction service. They were correcting, I paid for it. It's not free, but it was less than 11,000 due to the exchange rate then. I don't know, it might be lesser now, it might be higher, I don't know, but it can be up to 15k. That's what I know. And I think spending extra 10k or extra 15k after paying for Ielts is not a waste, because if you fail the first Ielts exam and you want to do it again, you're going to spend more. Your morale is not likely to be on point as it was on the first one, because the truth is that it's only success that gives you confidence to do more. Failure sometimes can throw you off balance and make you want to give up on whatever you are pursuing. So it only takes extra effort to go again after a failure, really. and I think spending extra 10-15k is not too much, if you ask me, because I paid for 98,000. I did UKVI 98,000 twice, when I could just do 98,000 and then pay the 10,000 for the correction service, and I will do it once and I'll be able to boast that I did my IELTS once, So when I paid for the correction service, I will write, send it to them, they'll correct it and send it back to me. They will say, this is what you missed out, this is what you should start doing, and I improved, because by the time they marked my third writing, I was already scoring 7.0 from their marking. So again, I did another one. The final one I did, I was already scoring 7.5. So it was okay. So when I saw that I was already doing well, I applied for another IELTS and I did it and I passed it at once. So I am recommending them. When I now saw that my colleagues are struggling with the same, my dear professional colleagues, I went to these IELTS people. I told them I have plenty nurses that want to do the same thing, but if they can give me discounts. So they said they will give me discount for my colleagues, provided that you buy the correction service from my link. So I'll put the link to that page. You will find a free version that you can download, a free material that you can download, and if you want to pay, you want to buy the correction service, they are going to give you discount, provided that you use my link. Once you use my link, they are going to give you a discount. Isn't that good? It's a good deal, really. So that's what I have been able to do for the IELTS. And then on to the next, the CBT. CBT is simple, very, very simple. However, I have people who have written it 3 times. At least that's how far I've seen, 3 times. I wrote mine 1 time because I didn't even give it any chance. I just went, I paid for it's a nursing question. However, the way nursing in Nigeria is not the way nursing in the UK is. So you have to buy this thing to know what's up with what. There are so many things that I saw when I was practicing that we were not doing in Nigeria. Their code is not the same thing as our code. So how the code is being applied is not the same thing. So you have to just lay your hand on so many things that you can use to practice, so that you can be on the same page and have a success that will motivate you to do some other things. Okay, so for my IELTS, for my CBT, I stumbled on Mentor Merlin. I'm mentioning them now because they gave me the permission to mention them, and they also gave me assurance that if I refer you to them, they are going to give you a discount of 5%. So if you use the code, you are going to see this code displaying right now. It is to say that I refer you and they're going to give you a 5% discount. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, so I'm trying. Somebody is wondering, why am I doing so much for people that probably don't even know me? Because I like my professional colleagues and I want all of us to work where we are going to be valued. Yes. Okay, so as I was saying, I bought these practice questions from Mentor Merlin and I used it to practice for good 1 month and a week, and I wrote my exam. At the time that I was going to write my exam, I knew I was going to pass, because from their practice question, I was already scoring 98%. I said, wow, I'm good to go, rather. So I was good to go. So I said, let me go and do it, and I did it, and I passed. So I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the referral code. So once you use it For both Ielts, for CBT, you're going to get discounts. Thank you so much for watching. My non-nurses follower, please don't go away because I've been talking to nurses. This channel is not just for nurses, it's just that I have to do this and I'll move on to some other things once I'm cleared with this. Thank you so much for watching. If you are here for the first time, try to subscribe to this channel. And if you have been here for some time, kindly share this channel with some other people. Refer other nurses to come and watch this video. Don't be stingy. Okay, all right, and let's get social. You can follow me on Instagram at the Scent Nurse, on Twitter at the Scent Nurse. Like this video, comment on it, share it, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you at the top. Bye.